It's IBC 2023 and I'm here in Hall 1 with MediaKind and I'm sitting with Chris Wilson. Hi Chris.
Hi there, how you doing?
Yep, very good, very good. Been a good IBC?
It's been an excellent IBC.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we've had a good amount of footfall on the stand. We've had a lot of meetings pre-booked. We've had a lot of people walk in, just passing by. They're kind of looking at the screens we've got out the front, exploring a little bit, coming in and like, oh, I think you guys do this. I'm really interested to talk to you about.
Good.
Which has been fantastic. It's exactly what we need, right?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And probably because you've got some news, something worth talking about. Yeah, always.
Always news.
Right, so far away.
Yeah, so, well, there's kind of three major things, I guess, that we're showing this year. And obviously, it's hard, right? The industry is quite challenged at the moment in terms of how do we differentiate, how do we show our value as a vendor, right?
Yeah.
And one of those values is around innovation, right? And that's what we're doing for a lot of our customers, especially in the sports space.
Okay.
So, one of those innovations that we're showing at this IBC is around advertising. So we've got a complete video technology stack that allows you to do kind of manifest manipulation, targeted ad insertion. We've been pairing that up with AI. And we're showing this over on the Microsoft booth, feeding into their kind of AI platforms, a number of them at the same time, actually, to kind of, train it on the content, the video content itself, see what logos are present in that video content, what products people are using, and then we can target the ad based on that. So it's the typical thing, right? You're watching a movie and you go, I love that jacket. That's an awesome jacket. And
they've identified, or the can of Coke.
Exactly, or a can of Coke, and then the advert break that comes on next is tied directly to that. And obviously there's targeting as well, so you might not put the same type of ad to the person watching, depending who they are.
Yes.
But ultimately it's about targeting, making the content relevant. So someone has Coke in their head from watching the previous scene, well, they get delivered an ad for that, which is going to reinforce that ad and ultimately bring more value to the advertiser. And
the CDN, as in was it platform agnostic? Is it are we?
Yeah, I mean this technology sits very firmly in the video stack, right? So if you look at our piece, right, we've got everything from ingest into cloud. Yep. We've got the video encoding, processing, streaming piece. Yep. But we also route that off into the AI.
Yep. Okay.
Kind of co-pilot, whatever it is you want to run with in the cloud environment. And then we can mark up the content using our technology. Yep. So we insert markers, we put metadata in with those markers, and then that content is used when the video is streamed to then replace. So different people can get different ads, but also in this example, it can be dynamically done based on what is actually in the video that was going out before the ad break.
Yeah, I hope this isn't a difficult question, but is it also regionalized?
You can regionalize 100%. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that comes from the data, right? So if you want to do true targeted and personalized advertising, you need to be able to pull the data in from who's watching, where are they watching, learn some things about them, right? So
of course.
And this is why we see content companies going D2C, because they don't want to put middlemen and people in between them and customers, right? And if I can learn more about my customer, I can drive and diversify lots of different revenue streams for my business. But so you've got to pull that. So you learn that. You learn about where the person is, so you can target ads and even content based on the region, which is really important, right? If I'm a sports organization, and I've got brand sponsorship, well, I can get more value for my sponsors if I can accurately target based on region and language and all of those things. So I mean, you're seeing a lot of people talking about targeted advertising, and really it's now about how do we enhance that capability using AI tools? How do we help them gather more data? And that's again, if I think about differentiation, we always major on quality, right? And I know a lot of people say quality, but we bring kind of 30 years of experience in broadcast video and high quality broadcast video that we are bringing into the streaming space. And that's really important, because video quality is one of the major reasons people will either stay or leave a streaming service. And that's proved.
100%. So that's sort of AI driven automated advertising tools.
Yep.
What's next?
So we've also been talking about our MKIO platform.
Yep.
So this is pure SaaS.
Okay.
And we've been running this in Microsoft Azure. So you sign up through the marketplace and you can access some video encoding workflows and streaming workflows. Okay, and this came around due to Microsoft's decision to exit the AMS business, so the Azure Media Services business.
Yeah.
So we've been working with a lot of the customers of Azure Media Services, and it's spread around. It's not just broadcast. There's governmental organizations in there. There's large IT companies, because video is important to a lot of people's business. So we're working with a lot of them to move them over and actually start getting them to use those workflows through our platform. And that's really the goal. When we talk about, okay, we're showing some cool things with AI and ad tech over here, and we've got some great deployments happening over here, that SaaS piece is how we're going to connect it together. And really it's about giving our customers, whether they're broadcast or whoever, an on-ramp into accessing those more advanced services inside a cloud environment.
Yeah, so what's making that stand out from alternatives then?
For us, I mean, again, it's about the simplification of onboarding, and part one was about AMS, and making it as easy as possible. So we've replicated APIs. We've made essentially people can just move their workflows over.
So how quickly have you been able to set one up?
We can do it in like hours. You can get people on there. The APIs and all those things are the same, so it makes it very easy for current users. But for us, and what makes it different, it's the scale of our partnership with Microsoft for MKIO that's going to allow us to be that gateway into those AI services, which I think a lot of people, I mean, you can't be here without having AI on your brain right when you leave.
You're the first person to mention it.
No. I mean, it's everywhere in every part of the supply chain,
absolutely.
right? And whether or not
it's a useful tool.
It is a useful tool, and I think that's the important thing.
Used correctly, it's a very useful tool.
It's a tool. So, and we want to make that accessible. So it's bringing that and that quality of video delivery, that experience we've got in stability. We're seeing, we talk about ad tech and ad insertion, we talk about video quality. We have some, some of the stats we've got around the stand, like we're doing 100 million ad insertions with our technology for one customer.
Right. Okay.
We're getting 90+% fill rates on those ads as well, which is some of the highest you get in this industry. So we've got some cool tech, and we've got some fantastic engineers with the experience that are really trying to elevate the quality, stability, reliability of those streaming services.
So that's MKIO.
It is.
And I think there's one more piece of news that's worth talking about.
Yes, there is. So obviously, we talked NKIO, we talked about that. So, for us, we've been very big in moving into the sports space. There's a lot of things happening with direct to consumer streaming services for live sports and live events. We obviously launched a big one last year. We've done a full season with them now, which we did through Microsoft. And we've just now onboarded another sports customer in the US, literally in something like 6 days, to spin up an entire D2C service that then they can start monetizing on advertising. And that's really, it's that speed of deployment and enabling them to replace a revenue stream, right? So this was a team that had, obviously there's a whole piece happening in the US around RSNs and the money flow kind of not making it back to the teams, and there's been services taken down, and this has really helped that team relaunch themselves.
It hands them an element of control as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
They're master of their own destiny, so to speak, in getting content out to their fans.
Complete. I mean, it's tricky, right? And this is the challenge. I think,
their own monetization.
And their own monetization, It's hard, though, when you're used to selling broadcast rights. Those are very valuable. Yeah. Okay, and you can't just replace it with a D2C service.
Absolutely.
And generate the same direct revenue. But what the D2C service does is it provides a diversified way to bring revenue into them as an organization. It grows their access into customers and into subscribers to create fans and loyalty. And it drives all those indirect revenue streams as well. So that's everything from ticket sales to merchandising to brand sponsorship value, right? It's all those things that the D2C platform really helps enable. But it's not just a switch over. Hey, you made 4 billion over here with your broadcast rights. You're going to make 20 billion over here. No, it's not how it works. It's a gradual shift of business model that is pretty important.
But you did say, you mentioned again, speed of deployment. How quickly, I'm a sports, or maybe another market that sees, that could work for me.
Yeah.
How quickly is someone going to get set up?
Well, like I said, we can enable it very quickly. You're talking matter of weeks, really, from start to finish in terms of having the conversation.
Yeah, having the conversation.
But ultimately, it also depends how much do you want to customize that experience, and that's also really important, because you want to make the brand, you want to make it about you as a brand,
absolutely,
you as an organization. But speed is important, and managing the cost of that effectively is also very important, right? You can't.
And you'll guide people through the process.
Correct. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that's another aspect of what we are navigating as a business.
Yeah.
Right. People are either in clouds, they're not, and actually, what we're finding is our customers are very much on a different parts of that journey, and there are always things that they'll want to do on-prem. There's always things people want to do in the cloud.
Yeah.
And whether you're a sports organization, a broadcaster, or a telco, all of them need to navigate that journey at a different pace.
Yes.
And for us, it's about, we're not just, we don't just do on-prem, we don't just do cloud. We have experience across that whole...
Across the board.
And we can bring that in as part of our service to a potential partner and client.
Make it fit to your business model.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
No, good to see you. So now, anyone that hasn't managed to come by and speak to you about all of these solutions at IBC, where do we send them after the show?
So you can go to...
website. I was one of the...
website, MediaKind.com.
Fantastic.
You can go to, if you're interested in MKIO, we've got io.mediakind.com. You can search it on the web as well. So that's all possible. If you want to come and buy something, email sales@mediakind.com.
There's the important one.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Chris.
That's good.
And for everything else that we've been doing at IBC 2023, it's kitplus.com. Thank you. Cheers, Chris.